Supercharging ratio is 750 Tesla cars per station. October 24, 2022. The Tesla Supercharging network was launched in September 2012, so it is now 10 years old. A lot has changed since the first several stations were put online. According to the latest Q3 report, as of the end of September 2022, the company has installed 4,283 stations with 38,883 individual connectors stalls globally. The expansion of the network accelerated recently with 312 new stations and 2,718 stalls in Q3. But compared to the much faster growth of electric car sales, the average number of Tesla cars per station or stall continues to increase and hit record highs. While the Tesla Supercharging network remains a Tesla's proprietary solution, we must remember that in Europe 14 countries, there is a non-Tesla supercharger pilot program, which means that other EVs at least CCS2 compatible also can use selected stations, further increasing the average number of cars per station. Over 750 Tesla cars per station, over 80 per stall, as of the end of the third quarter of 2022. Tesla's cumulative car sales exceeded 3.24 million, while the number of stations was 4,283 with 38,883 individual connectors. This means that for the first time in the company's history, the average number of Tesla cars per station exceeded 750, reaching 758. In the case of stalls, the average is also a record high at 83. That's the global average without accounting for geographical distribution, without including cars removed from the road or non-Tesla pilot programs in Europe. The trend is clear and, as we can see, both averages are more than 20% higher than a year ago. Which, assuming no change in the driver's driving profile, must translate into a higher number of cars using the stations. Tesla has various solutions to compensate for the higher average of cars per supercharging station. Like increased charging power so the average charging time will decrease and more stalls per station, as well as variable pricing to shift charging to off-peak periods. Another thing is a CCS1 charging adapter in North America. So some customers will use a third-party fast charging network. However, only time will tell whether it will be enough to keep the customers relatively happy with the service. From the customer's perspective, everything should be okay as long not all of stalls are occupied, so charging can be started immediately. Last quarters, the data indicates that Tesla thinks that it should have significantly more cars than stations, and in recent quarters, the company sold almost 1,200 new EVs per one new station and almost 130 new EVs per one stall. This is also an indicator for new markets. How many cars must be sold to convince Tesla to deploy a new station in the area? In Q3 2022, Tesla's new sales divided by the number of new superchargers shows 1102 cars per station and 127 cars per stall. Source reposted and summarized from Mark Kane at insideevs. My take: Tesla has by far the best charging infrastructure in the world.